So you want to start investing? That's exactly why you're here. But here's the problem. Every time you try to figure it out, you end up more confused than when you started. Stocks, ETFs, index funds, ISAs, compound interest, risk tolerance. It's like everyone assumes you already speak the language, and you're just standing at the door of something that could genuinely change your financial future, but nobody will just explain it simply. That ends today. Here's what this video is going to do. It's going to cut through every piece of jargon, every overcomplicated explanation, and give you a clear, honest starting point. You're going to understand what investing actually is, why most people never start, and the one concept that once you really get it, makes the whole thing feel urgent in the best way possible. But first, be honest. How does money make you feel right now? Not the idea of having more of it, the reality of where you are. Because for a lot of people, it's uncomfortable. You're working, you're earning, but somehow at the end of the month, there's not much to show for it. Savings sitting in an account earning basically nothing. A vague sense that you should be doing something smarter with your money, but no idea where to begin. That feeling is more common than you think, and it has a name. It's called financial paralysis, and the longer it goes on, the more expensive it gets. Here's why. Strip away every complicated term, and investing is just one thing. Putting your money to work so you don't have to do all the work yourself. Right now, if your money is sitting in a standard savings account, it's probably earning somewhere between 1 and 4% interest annually. Sounds fine until you factor in inflation, which quietly erodes the purchasing power of your money every single year. In real terms, money sitting still is money moving backwards. Investing is the alternative. Instead of your money sitting idle, you put it into assets, things like shares in companies, or funds that hold hundreds of companies at once, that have historically grown in value over time. Not every year, not in a straight line, but over time, consistently, the market goes up. The S&P 500, an index of the 500 largest companies in the United States, has returned an average of over roughly 10% per year over the last century, through crashes, recessions, pandemics, wars. The long-term direction has always been up. That's not a guarantee, but it's the most reliable wealth-building track record in modern financial history. Here's the real reason most people don't invest, and it's not what the financial industry wants you to think. It's not that investing is complicated, it's that it's been made to feel complicated. There's an entire industry built around making you feel like you need to be an expert, a financial advisor, a special account, years of knowledge, before you're allowed to participate. That's not true, and it's kept a lot of ordinary people on the sidelines while their money quietly lost value. The other reason is fear. The stock market sounds volatile, risky, like something where you can lose everything. And yes, if you put all your money into one company and that company collapses, that's bad. But that's not how sensible investing works. Diversification, spreading money across many companies or assets, is the most basic form of protection, and it's built into the simplest investment product available to anyone. The barrier isn't knowledge, it's the belief that this isn't for people like you. It is. Here's the uncomfortable version of this. Every year you don't invest is a year of compounding you'll never get back. And compound interest, which is coming up in a moment, is the one concept that makes this genuinely urgent. Not in a fear-mongering way, in a mathematical, unavoidable, you need to understand this way. Because the cost of waiting isn't the return you missed this year, it's every year of growth that would have been built on top of that return. And on top of that, the longer you wait, the steeper the climb to catch up. Most people look back at their 30s or 40s and wish they'd started in their 20s. Most people in their 20s are waiting until they feel ready. You don't need to feel ready, you need to understand one thing: compound interest. Einstein allegedly called it the 8th wonder of the world. Whether he actually said it, that doesn't matter. The math speaks for itself. Here's how it works. You invest a sum of money, it earns a return. Next year, you earn a return on the original sum and on last year's return. The year after, you earn a return on all of that. Over time, the growth doesn't add, it multiplies. Slowly at first, then faster, then in ways that feel almost unreal. Someone who invests a modest amount consistently from age 25 and stops at 35, just 10 years of contributions, can end up with more money at retirement than someone who starts at 35 and invest for 30 years straight. Not because they invested more, because they started earlier and let compounding do the work. Time is the ingredient that makes this extraordinary, and it's the one ingredient you cannot buy back. The simplest way to start assessing this for yourself: a low-cost index fund, a single investment product that spreads your money across hundreds of companies automatically. No stock picking, no expert required. Warren Buffett, arguably the greatest investor who ever lived, has publicly recommended index funds for ordinary people over and over again, not because they are exciting, because they work. Here's the insight that reframes everything. You don't need a lot of money to start investing. You need to start, and then be consistent. The amount matters far less than most people think. What matters is getting in, because every month you invested is a month compounding is working. Every month you're not is a month it isn't. There's no neutral. You're either building or you're standing still while everything gets slightly more expensive around you. The financial industry has spent decades making this feel like something reserved for the wealthy, the educated, the financial savvy. It isn't. The tools available today, low-cost index funds, accessible investment platforms, fractional shares, have democratized investing in a way that didn't exist a generation ago. The only thing standing between you and starting is the decision to start. Remember that feeling at the beginning? The frustration of knowing you should be doing something smarter with your money, but not knowing where to begin. That feeling doesn't have to follow you into next year, or the year after. The concept is simple. The tools exist. The only expensive mistake left to make is waiting. Your future self is either going to thank you or wonder why you took so long. If this video finally made investing feel possible, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more educational content.